Don Lane, Fraser Valley News. This is going to be a rant, and I am not happy at all. I've been involved in media, most of it in radio broadcasting, since I graduated from BCIT at the tender age of 19, and that was 1979. I had hair back then. I know, it's an old joke for those who know me long enough. But on Monday, April the 16th, 2018, word got out that Roundhouse Radio, the great Vancouver independent experiment, was going to shut down as of April the 30th. At one time, there were 30 people working for Roundhouse Radio, and some incredible broadcasters along the way. Sterling Fox, Marcella Bernardo, Janice and Corey. I worked with Janice Ungaro at the old Z95 20 some odd years ago, when Zed finally became the #1 radio station in Vancouver. When we beat CKNW. I'll never forget that ratings period. It was champagne and orange juice for breakfast. Literally. A number of other great people are going to lose their jobs. Jody Vance is there. Don Schaefer, the guy who basically this was his brainchild. The reason Roundhouse is going to go under is the ugly truth. Independent. An independent couldn't cut it. Why? It takes a lot of money for radio or independent television. Czech Television in Victoria is a good example of this, but Roundhouse just couldn't compete. Now, yes, Roundhouse was slammed quite a few times as being a poor man's CBC, but damn it, they did a great job. However, the listeners, they just didn't come through as everybody thought they might, nor did the advertisers. And in this day and age, unfortunately, corporate media wins again, and that's what really burns me, because unfortunately in this day and age, corporate media is run by people who have never turned on a microphone. Haven't a clue. Broadcasters don't run broadcasting anymore. It's now the accountants, it's shareholders, it's CEOs that are more interested in, well, anything else, including their golf game, except what goes on the air. And corporate radio, whether it's news talk or it's just basic music, is rather boring because it's cookie cutter. It's lost touch. And that's where new media's got to try and pick up the slack. And I'm no different. Now, ironically, if someone told me back in 1979 that I would be out of radio and I would be doing this thing called social media, I would have looked at you kind of funny, because I thought radio was the be-all and end-all. This is a really bad, let alone sad day, for broadcasting. Not just in Vancouver, not just in BC, not just in Canada, not just in North America, broadcasting for the world. Because Roundhouse was one of those, can they make it? The little engine that could. And after 2.5 years, they got to throw up the white flag. I do hope that somebody tries it again. Don't give up. Having said that, around the same time Roundhouse Radio got their license, so did a station in Surrey called Pulse FM. I was part of the original cast. And something similar happened. After 5 months on the air, they ran out of so much money, they shut down their newsroom. They don't have a newsroom anymore. They are simply running on borrowed time, at least from my perspective. So if Roundhouse goes down, and they had deep pockets from investors, I can only imagine what's going to happen to Pulse. I fear for other independents, and there aren't too many left. I think Chetwynd is probably the closest thing. So to those that are losing their jobs at Roundhouse, my heart goes out to you. For the CRTC, time to make it a little easier for independents to survive. Maybe help them along a little bit. And for corporate radio and corporate media in general, congratulations. You killed off one of your own. Don Lane, Fraser Valley News.